Ladies and gentlemen, from the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace and Justice, Deacon Gerald Celente.
Hello, everybody. This is Deacon Gerald Celente of the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace and Justice. February 24th, on Saturday. That's the 2-year anniversary of the Ukraine war. Still going on. And as we said in the Trends Journal 2 days before the Ukraine war began, your cover of the magazine made it very clear, from COVID war to Ukraine war to World War. And here we are, World War. Oh, it's not official yet. It'll become official as it keeps expanding. And there's a false flag event or a blowing up of a nuclear power plant or something else, or maybe 5 Americans will be killed, and that will be a chance for America to expand its war. Just like 3 Americans were killed on the border where America has no right to be in Syria and Jordan a few weeks ago. And the United States went on to a couple of hundred bombs over Iraq and Syria. But that's okay. So there's going to be a false flag event that'll rally the people and it'll make World War III official. The motto of America, Amerika, is, "In God we don't trust. We celebrate war and we hate peace. By their deeds you shall know them." Yep. It's the way of the political world. Day after day, night after night, week after week, all you have to do is go to the mainstream media, listen to the politicians and the prostitutes that interview them. War, 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 war. Everyone that comes out for peace, you're blacklisted. I was blacklisted. I used to be on Oprah, the Today Show, Good Morning America, ABC, NBC, CBS, BBC, all over the world. Blacklisted. When I came out against the Afghan war and the Iraq war, you're not allowed to talk about peace. Go to fairness and accuracy in reporting, fair. Oh, remember Phil Donahue? They fired him on, was it CNBC, one of those, MSNBC, one of those channels, because he came out for peace during the Iraq war. Peace is prohibited. Again, celebrate war, hate peace. It's the way of the political world. A little clown boy of nothing, a little arrogant boy, Chucky Schumer, who's been sucking off the public tit for many, many years, playing senator. This is from the New York Times on Saturday, February 24th. Schumer visits Ukraine. Oh, to celebrate the beginning of the war? No. In push for GOP to back bill providing billions in aid. Senator Chucky Schumer, the majority leader, a majority leader. I am the leader of a majority of little arrogant boys and girls. A majority leader. Used the trip to Ukraine. Oh, wait a minute. Did he pay for this trip? Did he fly coach? Oh, no. No, we spent a couple of $100,000 to get him there, in a private military jet or something, right? As the people of Slavelandia are suffering. to issue a dire warning to Republicans in Congress who are blocking tens of billions of dollars in military aid. Isn't that a nice word? Military aid. How about bombs to keep bloodying the killing fields? Military aid. Oh no, Deacon. Be in kindergarten. Listen to the language. It's aid. To the war-torn nation. War-torn nation. The country's gone to crap in the last 2 years. When the war, before the war we began, we urged Ukraine to negotiate for peace. Because there's no way in the world, we said, Ukraine could defeat Russia. If Napoleon marched out of Poland in 1812 with 400,000 troops to attack Moscow and came back with only 10,000, if Heil Hitler killed over 25 million Russians during World War II, and the first ones to beat the Germans were the Russians, what makes you think Ukraine's going to beat them? Why? You don't believe the garbage that they're selling. Go back to the media. Go back to how all of these armaments were going to defeat Russia. One little clown boy and girl after another saying it. That's right. The facts are all there. Look at one of your Trends Journal covers. Oh, they were all bragging about the counteroffensive. Oh, it was supposed to happen in the spring. It happened at the end of spring, almost in the beginning of summer. And we said, don't count on the counteroffensive. This is a joke. But little Chucky Schumer, a little warmongering boy that couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag, that loves war, a little war whore, because that's what he does. He gets paid to put out for war, like whores do. Quote, everyone we saw from Zelensky on down made this very point clear. If Ukraine gets the aid, they will win the war and beat Russia. Selling a lie. In the Bronx, we used to say, bullshit has its own sound. Do you hear it? I could go on because this keeps going on. Ukraine is going to launch a major attack against Moscow, do something to get more support behind them. Blow up a nuclear power plant. They're going to do something to get back in the news and get more money to keep bloodying the killing fields. And then there's the Israel war. On February 21st, this past Wednesday, United States tells the International Court of Justice that it should not order the unconditional withdrawal of Israel forces from the Palestine territories without security guarantees. Here we go. On Wednesday, the acting legal advisor for the U.S. State Department, Richard Vicek, said, the court should not find that Israel is legally obligated to immediately and unconditionally withdraw from occupied territory. They are illegally stealing land. It is in violation of the Geneva Conventions and Article 242 of the United Nations. The ICG's or J's 15 panel had been asked to review Israel's occupation, settlement, and annexation, including measures aimed at altering the demographic composition, character, status of the Holy City of Jerusalem, and from its adoption of related discriminatory legislation and measures. Ready? That was on Wednesday. On the same day, Israel intends to advance its plans for 3,000 new settler homes. Settler homes. It is okay for Israel to keep stealing land. They're God's chosen people. The rest of us don't count for anything. That little boy of a warmonger, their president, Isaac Herzog, said, God gave us this land. Listen, Mr. Herzog, I do not believe in your God. Do you believe in my God? Why is my God inferior to your God? Oh, I know, you're the chosen people. You are an arrogant little boy that is not a man of God. You are a murderer. God doesn't like murderers. In God we trust, America, as you keep sending more weapons to keep slaughtering people. Where is the outrage? I am heartbroken. I'm heartbroken to see what's happened and what's happening to the slaughter of all these innocent people. Yep. Gets better. U.S. states West Bank settlements illegal. Oh, they just changed it. Reversing Trump-era Pompeo doctrine. A little boy, Pompeo, who calls himself an evangelical Christian, dancing with the Israeli soldiers recently, a week ago, after they're slaughtering a bunch of Palestinians. Yep. The Pompeo doctrine, this is brought to you by Trump, who got over $100 million from Sheldon Adelson, an Israeli and an American, I believe. He had both dual passports. Gave him $100 million to run for president. Hey, where are all you billionaires not putting a penny in for peace? Hey, but $100 million, that's nothing for war. Initially known as the Pompeo Doctrine, the policy stated that Israeli settlements were not inconsistent with international law. The change overturned a 1978 memo by the State Department advisor Herman Hansel that had deemed Israel's settlement beyond the 1949 armistice lines as illegal. The policy instituted by Trump a month before the 2020 presidential election, it was formulated by the Coherent Policy Forum, the right-wing Israeli think tank behind Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who also brought them, Netanyahu, that controversial Judicial Overhaul Act. By the way, I'm reading from Haaretz, an Israeli newspaper. This is the garbage spewing out of the mouth of that Pompeo. Judea and Samaria are rightful parts of Jewish homeland, and Israelis have the right to live there when they pass that thing. Okay. The world just began when in Judea and Samaria. Nobody was else there before that. Oh, and Pompeo, you're saying that it is the homeland and Israel's have the right to live there? Well, then let's see. America should give back all the land to the Native Americans that the British and the rest stole from them, according to you. Oh, no, 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 no. Only for the chosen people. Oh, wait a minute. How about that, the Mexican War, where the United States took Texas, New Mexico? Oh, New Mexico. It's a New Mexico. Arizona, California, from the Mexicans. According to Pompeo, you have to give it back to them because that was your land. What hypocrisy. And it's ramping up. It's ramping up. The Israeli army on Saturday said it bombed Hezbollah targets in 4 different areas in southern Lebanon, according to the Middle East Monitor. Hezbollah, that America and Israel and a couple of others call a terrorist organization. Huh. Hezbollah? You mean the group of people from Lebanon that united to drive Israel out of Lebanon when they try to steal more land? Oh, they're terrorists. And Netanyahu, we're running out of patience. This is the Israelis. Israel warns UNSC, Iran giving weapons to Hezbollah. Now, this isn't Netanyahu. This is their foreign minister. Yeah, from a foreign land outside of the world. Israel Katz warned that Iran has accelerated its shipment of weapons to Hezbollah. And he states that that's a gross violation of the UNSC Resolution 701, as well as violations of UNSC Resolution 2231 and 1540. That's in violation? Oh, but it's okay for the United States to send Israel weapons to slaughter the Palestinians. That's fine. But how dare Iran give weapons to Hezbollah in their attempt to stop the Israelis from continuing to bombing them? This is the hypocrisy in front of everybody's eyes. And it's only getting worse. World War III is escalating. Visiting U.S. lawmakers tell Taiwan it could count on American support. Visiting American lawmakers. What lawmakers? Little liars, freaks, lawmakers. Sought to assure Taiwan on Thursday that the United States would stand by it. Yep, face the pressure from China. America stands with Taiwan, and you could draw upon a deep reservoir of friendship and support from the United States, said Mike Gallagher, a Wisconsin Republican. Yep. And of course, Mike Gallagher was a former Marine. Oh, because he was a former Marine. Oh, you have to listen to him. Save it, man. This is none of our business. It's been going on since the Ming Dynasty. The world does not declare Taiwan as a separate country. It's a part of China. It broke away when the Chinese Revolution happened after World War II. And when they threw them out, the Mao government, they went over to Taiwan. Chiang Kai-shek. But hey, those are only the facts. Who cares? All you have to do is keep buying the lies, buying the propaganda, and swallowing hate. And remember, this is America. This is Europe. War only. Peace is prohibited. It's the way of the politicians. So please do what you can to support us, because we're doing everything we can to bring peace on earth. Go to freedompeaceandjustice.com, freedompeacejustice.com, and donate as much as you can. We're putting together a major rally. We're not sure when we're going to have it yet. Timing is everything. So thank you for tuning in.